Rapiscan, violating you for your own protection. So we're here at Rapiscan Systems, a company that makes the body scanners that are being distributed through all the airports worldwide, really. They violate child pornography laws in the UK, and they're really just dehumanizing and utterly useless and unnecessary, and being foisted upon the public for no good reason whatsoever, other than to label, number, degrade, dehumanize, and otherwise inconvenience and hassle the paying flying public, with no real benefits to security or safety whatsoever.
Okay, so here we are. We're coming up on Rapiscan Systems in Sunnyvale here. We are Change San Francisco, and we're going to do a little bullhorning and see if we can get a little attention coming out of this. Rapiscan Systems makes full body scanners of the millimeter passive wave scan, one of their more popular models, and they also make the full body image scanning, which basically takes full naked pictures of your body.
Here to basically do what we can to resist this nonsense. And you know, I'm stunned when I talk to people who are willing to allow their daughters, their mothers, their sisters, any member of their family to be degraded in this manner. And really, it affords no extra security. The whole staged event over Christmas, the underwear bomber, it's postulated that he would have gotten right through a scanner, and he may have actually even gone through a scanner. So these things are ineffective, and they're being put in just to further degrade and dehumanize us. And we are Change are not going to stand for it.
He yelled at me, "No, get the belt off. I told you to get the belt off." So I took the belt off. He ran his hands down over and pulled the pants down. They went down around my ankles.
At that point, Perry was standing in his underwear in public view. He asked to see a supervisor. That made things worse.
She was yelling, "I have power, I have power, I have power."
The power to stop him from flying to Florida with his wife that day to celebrate their 50th wedding anniversary.
Make you feel like you have no rights.
These systems are nothing more than more or less military weapons that are used to confuse and scare us, ultimately to control the population. And I mean, I'm laughing because it's just hysterical, because I'm sitting here going, how do people even put up with this? But yet we do, right? What we find with Rapiscan Systems is that their parent company, OSI Systems, is a big-time military industrial a purchaser, right? So they've got these huge military contracts for optical systems. OSI Optoelectronics actually supplies optics for the military. And so now we have another division of OSI coming out with these scanners for us. So, you know, it always starts, the military gets the technology first, and then it comes out to the people, and then we're subjected to whatever technology happens. When does it end? So it ends here. We're ending it. We want to tell them, they're on notice, we aren't going to put up with this. We are not your slaves. You know.
We will resist. We don't appreciate that you are taking stimulus money that is supposed to be used to stimulate companies in the United States, and your parent company is from India, your company is from India, the jobs are in India, and it's not stimulating the U.S. economy.
Tell you what, who it is stimulating. It's the TSA screener seeing these naked kitties.
Rapid scanner systems designed for scanning cargo are not to be used on human personnel. Human personnel is what we get degraded to once you start subjecting us to these scans in the airports. So we go from cargo to humans to what's next.
And by the way, your webpage with the World Trade Center having the airplane flying into it with your products surrounding it is in incredibly poor taste. Have you no respect for a national disaster and a tragedy that has occurred in this country?
We Are Change says no to the body scanners, no to dehumanization. We're here just to state our piece. For the record, we won't put up with it.
If you are a traveler and you go through these scanning systems on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis, how do you know what the effects of your scanning technology is doing?
And by the way, I noticed that you have a disclaimer on your website with your products that says that you can change the specifications without notice at any point on these machines. So how is it that we know that they are not harmful?
At first we were told that the genitals were blurred out, weren't we? We were told, no, they couldn't see anything down there. It was just a little gray, no. And then we come to find out that these machines are routinely being abused by perverted TSA staff and people who are in no way qualified, technically or emotionally or spiritually or otherwise, to operate these things.
And these guys are going to be doing 8-hour shifts beside X-ray machines with no shielding.
It's the perverts at TSA will be signing up for extra hours. I'm sure they'll all be putting in for big overtime.
We know that this is all about just getting the American people to submit. This is all about control. This is about teaching the American people that they're your slaves, and we're not going for it.
What we need out of the TSA is to have qualified personnel running our security checkpoints. We don't need TSA individuals who are ex-McDonald's employees that go through and have no training in whatever they're doing.
Experts say it's important to use common sense when balancing security with customer service. Carlos Villarreal is the former director of security for the Sears Tower. He says proper training is crucial.
When you're wanding somebody and you can identify which point or which part of their body set off the alarm, that should be sufficient to clear a person.
But all too often, it's not sufficient for 16-year-old Michael Angone. She frequently flies as a member of the Chicago Children's Choir.
I've had to completely take my pants off and show them like my entire leg before.
As a baby, Angone was diagnosed with cancer. Her parents, Chicago police officers, had to have her leg amputated. She always warns TSA security agents that her prosthetic leg will set off the metal detector, but many insist on doing an embarrassing full-body pat-down.
Then I feel like I'm being felt up in public.
What's the reason for all the feeling up, the groping at the back of the neck, the chest, underneath the bra, all the groping on her body, her buttocks?
We asked the TSA those questions, but got no answers.
The key word here is reasonable, and they've gone off the track. They're not reasonable.
We know that TSA actually stands for Treasonous Scum of America, and you worked with them. That makes you a co-conspirator to treason.
Employees of Rapiscan systems, if your backscatter and passive millimeter wave technology is deemed to be harmful to humans in the future, will you come out publicly and apologize to us and say that we will never use your systems again? I hardly doubt it. Your shareholders would never ever allow anything to happen to their profits. Consider what your technology is doing. The microwave was originally designed for other purposes. Microwaves kill our food. Microwaves kill the enzymes in our food so that we can't eat and digest properly. What do your millimeter wave technology and backscatter wave technology do to the human body? We already know that you have X-ray technology. What else is in the building that the American people should know about? We don't need Rapiscan coming into our country, into our sovereign republic state. Since September 11th, every single incident in the United States and the world has been used to continually control people and their actions, their thoughts, and everything that we do. September 11th is used for everything. It is simply not a coincidence that September 11th happened and all of these things start to fall into place for the security industry. We need the military to protect our borders. Unfortunately, they're not doing that either. We are born free, we will live free, and we will die free.